Are you on social media? I am on social media. And at one point I got on all of them. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, YouTube, Telegram. There's some other ones out there too that I signed up for because they just, hey, I want to be on those platforms too. Not because I want to be famous or popular, but because I want to be where people are to share ideas, to share my message, especially with students. Because here's the thing, with all of these platforms, a lot of students are on these and people are educating these kids on all kinds of things. The new morality is coming from TikTok. I mean, think about this idea, or even social media, but TikTok specifically. Remember when all those scandals of TikTok challenges, kids destroying their bathrooms, doing all kind of crazy stuff, because this became a community of, okay, people say we challenge me to do it, I'm gonna do it. They do it to get validation, to get acceptance, get approval from people they don't even know. So I want to be a positive voice on these platforms, because my thought was, if everybody leaves, if all the positive people leave, we have much more of a dangerous negative place than we have if we're there. But I had to delete TikTok, and I didn't want to. I have a growing, I don't want to call it a fan base, a growing following, or students listen to me on TikTok, and even have a fan page. Some students got together, made me a TikTok fan page, and maybe, I'll talk to people who are on that or whatever, but I deleted the account because of their privacy policies are horrendous. I heard about this from a video, so I researched it myself. And my conclusion was this: the violation of my privacy outweighed the validation I get from TikTok. Or in other words, the risk outweighed the reward for me. That how much information I'm willing to give up to be in this platform, be in this place, to people I don't know and I actually don't even trust. I mean, China owns this, and China is after dominating the world. They want the world domination. I think they made that clear, right? So the idea that I gave up so information, or we are giving up so information. I'm looking at my other ones too. I'm looking up all of the terms of services, because many of us just download the app, boom. Everybody else is doing it, must be okay. Don't even read it, but agree to it, boom. And I'm guilty as charged. And I'm going to start reading on. I'll start looking at Snapchat. Okay, what information am I allowing Snapchat to give? Now, as I look through the privacy policy, I put it on the screen. You can find this. Just go. TikTok will tell you what they're doing, what stuff they got. TikTok.com will give you their privacy. It says what information we collect, information you choose to provide to them. So I highlighted a few things that are normal. Like, okay, we collect users' content through pre-uploading, the time creation, import uploads, regardless of whether you choose to save or upload the user's content. So when you make something, even if it's a draft, they still got it. If you don't post, they have access to it. In order to recommend audio options and provide other personalized recommendations. So they do all stuff. Another thing I highlighted, content includes text, images, video found on your device, clipboard. So if you copy something onto your clipboard, they have access to that. Now, I don't even know if that means, it sounds like if I'm sending an email to somebody and I copy and paste from my notes, they have access to that because that's my clipboard. It has nothing to do with TikTok. It has nothing to do with me posting. It has nothing to do with that app, but they have access to it from my understanding of this, because that's my clipboard. My device's clipboard. So anything I copy something goes to my device's clipboard and they have access to it. Pictures, images, text, all of it. Even though I'm not even using the app, I give them permission to have that. I read a little further down. The one that got me the most was this part that says about the device. So look at this. It's under images and audio information. We collect information about the images and audio that are part of your user content, such as identifying the objects, scenery that appear, the existence and location within an image of face, body features, and attributes, the nature of the audio and the text, the words spoken in your user content. We may collect this information to enable special video effects, the content moderation and demographic classification for the content, and the recommendation for other non-personal identifying operations. We collect biometric identifiers and biometric information as defined under U.S. law, such as face print, voice print from the user content. Where required by law, we seek any required permissions from you prior to any such collection. I have an overall suspicion of all this technology, because here's my bottom line. If they have the ability to do it, somebody's doing it. If they got ability to collect it somehow, somebody's collecting it, somebody's listening, somebody's doing. That's just me personally, but they're telling you what you're doing with all this content. And some of this I get. If you're using their platform and you upload stuff, they have access to it. But this one gets me a little bit more. And this is why I stopped using it right here. It says device information. No, I'm going to go to this one first. Information we collect automatically. We automatically collect certain information from you when you use the platform, including internet or other network activity information, such as your IP address, geolocation related data, unique device identifiers, browsing and search history, including content you have viewed in the platform, and cookies as defined below. Then it goes on to device information. We collect certain information about the device you use to access the platform, such as your IP address, user agent, mobile carrier, time zone settings, identifiers for advertising purposes, model of your device, device system, network type, device IDs, your screen resolution and operating system, app and file names and types, keystroke patterns or rhythms, battery state, audio settings, and contacted audio devices. Where you logged in from multiple devices, we will be able to use your profile information to identify your activity across devices. We may also associate you with information collected from devices other than those you use to log into the platform. You got to read this. The one that got me was the keystrokes. They said the apps and the file names and types of files on your device, keystroke pattern and rhythms. They have access to your keystrokes, what you are keying into your phone when you're not even in the app. Files that don't have nothing to do with their app. Not only that, it says, and other connected devices. Listen, it says, we may also associate you with information collected from devices other than those you have used to log into the platform. So I haven't used my MacBook to log on to the platform, but they can get access to that, which is crazy. For me, that's too much. I have to find another way to reach these kids. I got to do something else. I do banking on my phone. I do all kinds of stuff on my phone. And I don't want them on my laptop. Man, and I think that's the crazy thing. We've agreed to this stuff, and I'm not blaming anybody but me, because I agreed to it, but I didn't read it. Read the fine print. It kind of reminds me of a joke I play with kids. And if you're watching this, act like you don't know. But a lot of times I go to schools, hang out with students, and they ask me to play basketball. So I'll go out to recess with them, which I really enjoy going out to recess. And then sometime I'll say, hey, I'll make y'all a bet. I'm going to start right here, and I go to half court line. I'm going to shoot this ball one hand. If I make it, you owe me 10 push-ups. Who's in? They all agree. I'm in. Okay, y'all shake hand and raise hand, whatever. Y'all agree. And I said, what did I say? They said, you're going to shoot from right there. If you make it, we owe you 10 push-ups. I said, that's not what I said. They said, what? I'll even say it again. I said, listen, I'm going to start right here. I'm start right here. Shoot it with one hand. If I make it, you owe me 10 push-ups. And they said, okay, deal. I said, did you hear what I said? They're like, yeah. What did I say? You go shoot from right there. If you make it, we owe you 10 push-ups. I said, that's not what I said. I said, I'm going to start from right here. And some of them go, So I start, walk up to the hoop, shoot it with one hand, make the hoop. They owe me 10 push-ups. Get them every time, right? And I always tell them, you got to listen to the fine print. I didn't listen. I didn't read the fine print. And maybe you didn't either. And so I'm off TikTok, not because I'm mad at anybody, not because anybody was, bullying me or whatever. I'm off because the violation of my personal privacy outweighs the validation I get from being on TikTok. And I don't really get a lot of validation, but the idea that I can work with people, get likes, and here's the thing about social media in general. And I'm even thinking whether I need to be on these social media networks at all. I want to reach students. I want to reach people with my message. And it used to be more of a platform where anybody could, but now it's like, it's not even a platform anymore. It's a publisher. They choose, the algorithm chooses what to publish or not to publish. Even people who follow me don't see stuff. They have chosen to say, hey, we want to follow Mr. Brown. They don't see my stuff. And as a business now, they want you to start paying for advertising. So it's a money thing. And what gets promoted is what they want to get. And part of us, and even me sometime, I want to get validation from it. I want to get approval. I'm posting this. Who saw it? Anybody see it? How many likes I get? How many views did I get? And it become addictive. And I'm allowing my self-value and self-worth. I'm tempted to let my self-value and self-worth be dictated by Instagram's algorithm. by YouTube's algorithm? I can't do that. And again, I got to research their terms of service too, the terms of service, my privacy. So that's why I got off TikTok, because this is craziness. All the information they will have on me, all the stuff they got. And so I'm out. The risk outweighs the reward. So I am done with TikTok. You've just watched a clip of The Mr. Brown Show. You can listen to the entire episode through our podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon, Spotify, and wherever you get your podcast. For a full list and more information, visit HelloMrBrown.com. That's HelloMrBrown.com.